Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to review this Nigerian movie Finding Me. So this movie is produced by Funke Akindele. Tinuka is the daughter of Chief Olowo and the younger sister to Dotun Olowo. So Chief Olowo is a very wealthy man who is the chairman of Olowo Steel, right? And that's where Tinuka works with her brother and the rest. Now she's from a very, like I said, very wealthy man. So Tinuka is from a very wealthy family. And Tinuke and her brother Dotun are having some sort of sibling rivalry because Chief Olowo prefers, or he likes Tinuke better than he likes Dotun because Tinuke is like quite intelligent. She has gotten her master's. She speaks good English. She has very good business acumen. Whereas Dotun is like, I think Dotun stopped his schooling at HND. Can't really speak English that well. Like, okay, I found that part very funny because like the Olowo family was portrayed to be like illiterate families. So Tinuka is the only one who is literate among them and who has the highest education. So it was just so funny the way they were calling the way they were calling so many words. It was just so funny. Like there's this scene where Chief Mrs. Oluwo, right, was welcoming her husband, and she was telling him, should I serve your food? It was funny. Should I serve your food? Her husband was like, don't serve me yet. I want to sour. It was funny. And then their son, that's Tinuke's older brother, Dotun. He's always calling their father Daddy Dotun. Like he was calling Daddy Dotun like as if he's the only one that has the father words. Like it was also funny. And Dotun did not like Tinuke. Like I said before, they have sibling rivalry because Tinuke is well educated and he believes that Tinuke is always out to cheating because she's more educated than him, right? So anyway, let's leave that. So Tinuke is married to Kola Phillips, like I said. Now, the only reason Kola married Tinuke is because her family has money, and that's about it. So it showed from the way Kola was treating Tinuke. He had these mean words to say to her, even in front of their son. Their son is endearingly. So there was a time like the son had a problem in school, and the teacher said the son had called one of his classmates, Fatty Bombo, that has big stomach, but the shaming her, right? And so after Kola had finished correcting his son about calling that girl Fatty Bombo and that it's wrong to body shame anybody, immediately after that, Kola starts calling Tinuke big stomach. You have big stomach. Why can't you reduce? Like in front of the lady that he just corrected. And so that's what Tinuke was saying, that no wonder our son is body shaming girls in his class. It's because that's what you are doing to me. But like Kola didn't care. He was having an affair with this lady, Rebecca. And Rebecca happened to be working for Tinuke at Oluwo Steels, like one of her employees. Like, oh my god, like this Kola was just so disrespectful. There's nothing we will not complain about. She doesn't know how to dress, what and what. She doesn't know beautiful. There was even a time he was practically like forcing her to go for BBL. Like he wants her to go for BBL so that she's going to look presentable. And she kept explaining that she doesn't want to go under the knife. She's scared and all. But he didn't care. He was just acting anyhow. Then on the other hand now, there's this gym that Tinuke goes to, right? And the gym instructor, Anthony, right? Anthony is dating Ndidi. Now, in their own situation, right, Ndidi's mother is suffering from cancer, from breast cancer. And so, like, treating the breast cancer is like really financially draining. But Anthony is just there for his girlfriend. He keeps giving her money, to borrow money to give her. He did all sorts to provide money for the mother's treatment. Anthony was being threatened at work that if he doesn't bring a certain amount of customers, he's going to be fired and replaced with someone else. So like he has that to deal with, and he also has the girlfriend's mother's breast cancer to deal with and all that. So there's this particular day, Ndidi and her own brother, if I have this disagreement over money, right? So there was this day that Anthony comes to visit Ndidi in the house, and Ndidi is not around. So the brother then exposes everything and tells Anthony that their mother doesn't really have breast cancer. Like it's just it's makeup. They did makeup to the breasts just so that they can be milking money from men because the family had planned to use that money to japa. Anthony is so heartbroken that indeed he would do such a thing to him. I think he had been dating her for 4 years or thereabout, and the whole 4 years he had always been pouring money into that relationship. So heartbroken, he goes back home. On the other side, when we go back to Tinuke, now Tinuke, like I said, her husband is having an affair with Rebecca, who works under her, and Tinuke found out that her husband was cheating on her. The husband had previously told her that he needs a certain amount of money, 600 million or so, to start up a business with his friend. And Tinuke found that money, and now she discovers that the husband is cheating on her with Rebecca. He tells her, you know what, Rebecca was throwing herself at him. He doesn't really know Rebecca like that, and what, and what. He told her all those things. He would sing to her and did all this kind of stuff just so that she can give him the money that she found for him. So she gave him the money and he started up the business. Real estate. He just opened this estate, right? On the launching of the estate, right? He was giving vote of thanks. That scholar was giving vote of thanks. I mentioned people's names. He mentioned his late parents. He mentioned his sister, who's not even Nigeria. He mentioned his friends. He didn't mention his wife's name. The wife who had even given him the money to start, he didn't mention her name. He now instead was thanking Rebecca. At this point now, Tinuke had fired Rebecca, and Kola had given Rebecca money to start event planner. Yes, he had given her the money to start event planning. So it was Rebecca that actually planned this event, and he gave vote of thanks to Rebecca. So like that was heartbreaking for Tinuke. And as she was so angry that she decided to leave that venue. And as she was leaving, then she saw Rebecca and saw that it was Rebecca's event company who had handled that project, right? So she was so devastated, so devastated, and she didn't know what to do. So she received a call from Anthony. Like, I'm so sorry, I'm not really arranging the story the way it went. She received a call from Anthony, and that's because she had promised to invest in Anthony's business, because Anthony was afraid that he'll get fired and not have anything to do. So he came up with this business proposal. He showed it to her, she accepted, and she said she'll invest in the business, right? So Anthony called her concerning that business investment. She came to Anthony's house crying and everything, and he asked what had happened. She told him everything about her husband, how he treats her, the relationship he had with Rebecca. Anthony too tells her about his own relationship with Ndidi. And they just came to the conclusion that when it comes to relationships, right, it goes both ways. Like, men can be hot, women can be hot as well. Like, I think that's the main I would say that's one of the main points of this movie, and I really like that was highlighted, because sometimes you go online, you go to Twitter spaces, and you see people arguing, and they are just, there's this conclusion that women are gold diggers, whereas it's not always the case. We also have men who are gold diggers. Like, I just need you guys to actually watch this movie, because you see how Kola is actually a gold digger, a man for that matter, family man, a gold digger. After this conclusion that both of them have come to, that both sexes usually get hurt in relationships, right? They just start to kiss, and you could see that it's because they were both grieving. That was why they did that, and from there they started to have this relationship. They started to sneak behind their husband's back to have this relationship with Anthony. I want to stop the review here, right? So that the movie brought out that I loved is the fact that both sexes can get hurt in a relationship no matter what. Then the second thing is, I like the way Kola's gold digging was portrayed. Like, it was so obvious that Kola did not have any feelings for Tinuke. He never liked her, not to even talk of loving her. But she did not know, because she did not have self-love. Yes, that's it. She didn't have self-love and self-worth. That's why she was able to take whatever garbage Kola was giving her. At the end of the day, she was able to find herself, and she was able to love herself before then looking for who will love her the way she loves herself, or even more. That's another thing I liked about this movie. And while watching this movie, right? While watching this movie, I just remembered the message of Shira Seven. Shira Seven, the Sprinkle Speaker Lady. I watched Shira Seven. I love her content a lot. I watch her content a lot. I agree with what she says. You see, this movie, it just summarized the main points that Shira is always making in her videos. So I will put one of Shira's videos explaining this. Like, when I just put it, you just see that that's what the movie is talking about.
If he loves you, he will provide. If he loves you, he's not going to want you to struggle. He's not going to want you to suffer. He's going to want to provide for you. That's love. When someone cares more about your well-being and your happiness, and they do what they need to do in order for you to feel safe, comfortable, and happy while you're in their presence, that's love. A lot of women don't want to admit this to themselves because they're dealing with dust, and that's quite all right. You'll come around one day. You'll figure it out one day. And a lot of people get upset because they know this is the truth. If a man really loves you, he's going to find a way to provide. Just like if you have a child. If you really love your child, you're going to find a way to take care and provide for your child. And I'm not comparing women to children, but in the aspect of a man being more masculine, more muscular, more cut out for working versus a woman, They are the natural providers in nature.
When you watch the movie, you see that that's exactly, it's like the movie is now acting out the advice that this woman is always giving, right? I will rate this movie Finding Me like on a high. Is I fact I even recommend that you watch. I believe everybody should watch it. It's for both men and women. Like I said before, the movie just teaches how to love yourself first before you start finding someone who can love you for you or the way you love yourself or even more. It's a very, very wonderful movie. I really loved it. It was funny, it was heartbreaking, it was just, you guys just need to get the movie and watch it. It's a very, very good movie. Let me end this review here. See you in the next one. Bye.